darlings. I've certainly never started a vlog here before. You're in one of the shelves at Daylesford in the garden centre, but more exciting than starting in the car, I have picked up a load of blooms from the garden centre, which I'm hoping are going to dry out really nicely. So this darker coloured hydrangea, got some poppies, some scabiosa I think it's called, and this fabulous twisted witch hazel. So I'm going to do a little bit of flower arranging later. I've done a Pilates class the usual Monday morning. I think it's going to be the last of the glorious weather days, so it's going to be a great day. Flower arranging, sunny day, bit of gardening, but first I'm going to go and get a matcha latte. Now this is what I would like to do in our dining room. We've already got a suspended branch, so I just need to get some witch hazel, not witch hazel, hops to recreate this. And I love this, poppy seeds, branches, rose hips and little crab apples. Perfect autumnal tablescape. Hello again my darlings, back home now after a very successful drive home foraging blackberries and branches. I don't know why I find it so satisfying foraging. I think it's just, I go to Daylesford and I see a punnet of blackberries that's like £3 and I'm like, no, I will get them for free from the hedges on my way home. So I'm gonna have a little pamper shower now, the super pampering, ready to fake tan, ready to go on my exciting trip tomorrow, which I'm going to be packing for later today. I'm going to do my IPLing, and I'm going to give myself a little mini at-home facial. So when it comes to IPLing, I talk about Kenzie all the time. I have spoken about this device approximately 9,852 times here on my YouTube channel. I absolutely love it for getting the more permanent hair removal benefits at home. I feel like what Kenzie are doing is they are looking at treatments that are really effective in salons, like laser hair removal, IPL hair removal, and they are finding ways of making those treatments more accessible to us by creating devices that we can have in our own home, which means it's a lot more affordable and arguably a lot more effective because we're able to use these devices regularly instead of having to trek to a salon or a clinic to get professional hair removal done or professional radio frequency. I'm going to talk about this, facials done. You get the benefits of these treatments if you do them regularly, which is why I'm such an advocate for these at-home devices. So yeah, I'm going to be doing my zapping, as I call it, later on. But this is the RF complexion handset, which is brand new from Kenzie. They are so innovative, looking at things that are effective. Oh, there we go. Effective in salons, but would be even more effective if we were able to do them regularly at home. So this little device uses the incredible innovation and technology of radio frequency and electromagnetic waves to essentially generate a very gentle heat in this device, which then stimulates the skin cells to regenerate and produce more collagen and elastin. So the main benefit of using this is anti-aging, smoothing out wrinkles, but also just giving you a tighter, more lifted complexion. So I'm going to show you how easy this is to use. I also love how dinky it is. You can use this, I would say, up to around 5 times a week. That would be if you're like on a major anti-aging mission. So easy to use. I'm going to show you how to do it. Obviously, the more you use it, the more effective it's going to be, which is why it's so much better to have this at home than it is to get these kind of treatments done professionally. And far more affordable as well. As always with Kenzie, I do have my discount codes, which will be on the screen here and in the description box down below. In the box with your RF complexion handset, you get the handset itself, which looks like this. You've got the little radio frequency area on the top. You get a really simple little user manual. I never bother reading manuals, but that one literally took me 30 seconds to skim through. You get this little hyaluronic acid conductor gel and and of course a charging wire. I would say that the lights on the device are not that bright, so I didn't realize it was charging until I went like this, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, they are lighting up, so don't worry, it is charging. You just have to peer a little bit more closely at the lights. So the results of using this are very quick. You do see results after the first use. I'm just pressing and holding to turn the device on. Click that one for radio frequency. You can see it's starting to glow red. Can you see that? Starting to glow. You can actually adjust the temperature, very similar to how your IPL device uses if you are familiar with the Kenzie device. Yeah, you do see results after the first use, up to 5 times a week, and then you start to see like visibly, as in your friends will be noticing after around 4 weeks. So very, very effective. I'm actually popping some of the gel on the device itself, like so, and then you use circular movements for around 3 minutes. The device will beep when it is time for you to move on to the next area. Oh! So I'm just using circular movements. You can really target the area that you want to see the results in, whether it's jowls or perhaps neck muscles, forehead muscles. So you can hear it buzzing. Hopefully it's not gonna make the camera go crazy. I can feel it getting really nice and warm. If you've ever had a lava shell massage, feels like that on your face. It's heavenly. I'd love to be on the Kenzie like science team, because I feel like they're so on it when it comes to these new technologies and advancements in taking professional salon like rituals and techniques and making them available for home use. So yeah, I would say the main benefits: skin tightening and improving your complexion. You want to keep it moving. It's warm, so you want to keep it moving, and you've got that hyaluronic gel as well, which is enabling you to get that glide. So if you are tempted by things like Botox, filler, chemical peels, obviously expensive skincare, technologies like this just make it so much more affordable to get very similar results. So because of that heat and the radio frequency coming from this is not targeting the top layer of the skin, it's actually going to that next layer underneath, which is where the collagen is formed in our skin. And when we are giving our skin an opportunity to boost collagen, that's what gives the incredible kind of like plumping and skin tightening and complexion enhancing results, and you just don't get that with skincare. So that's why, oh, there we go, that's finished. So if I was done now, I could just wipe this down with a wet cloth, but I'm going to pop on a little bit more of the gel and move on to the next area. As I said, you can be really targeted for what area that you use it in. If you get closer to the eyes, it's still 100% safe. I would just maybe reduce the temperature setting. This is particularly good for after a holiday as well, because it's also fantastic for any sun damage. I've done this side of my face and not this side, and I feel like this side feels tingly, it feels lifted already, but I am going to go ahead and do the second half of my face. I'll just show you. I use clean wet cloth, and I did cleanse my skin before, by the way, just to ensure that's nice and clean, and then move on to the next side. You don't need to see me do 2 sides of my face, so I'm gonna do that while watching a YouTube video, hop in the shower, and then do my IPL zapping, and then we need to pack for our trip tomorrow. Okay, fresh out the shower, and I have actually done a little bit of fake tan misting on my face. The rest of my body oh my gosh, I can't talk today. Slow down, Doris. The rest of my body will wait until after my IPLing. So I've got the old favourite, my Kenzie IPL device, and I'm going to turn it on. Boop, with the green button on the back. You get a super long, I think it's like a 9-foot long cord, so I've got this plugged in behind the bed. So easy, as I've mentioned a million times, results in as little as 2 weeks for permanent hair removal. So many of my friends actually got this during lockdown, and myself included, got this during lockdown as a way of topping up salon laser hair removal, and this is a great way of keeping it topped up at home, because we say permanent, you're never going to go back to how you were before, but you will still want to top it up. Your hair gets a lot finer, a lot thinner, a lot less noticeable, kind of like baby hair. But after 12 weeks, you will realise that you just no longer have to shave anymore. But it is fantastic to just keep it topped up at home. If you start to notice that your hair is getting a little bit thicker, then just zap away. It takes no time at all, especially like bikini and underarms, so it's no stress to just give yourself a super quick zap, as I'm about to share with you. How am I going to do this without dropping my towel? There we go. I have had a few questions lately. I'm just going to turn up the intensity. Can you see those little lights there? Turning it up a couple and get zapping. I did get a few questions recently about whether it's appropriate for your particular skin colour, and it does come with a skin colour chart in the box as well. You can see I'm not even flinching. This does not hurt for me, which is one of the main benefits. I also find the fact that you can do this on straight away shaved skin, like you want to shave to make sure the area is completely even like baby hair free before doing this, which is amazing because it means no downtime. But yeah, essentially skin color wise, you do want there to be a contrast between your skin color and the hair color. Your hair needs to be significantly darker than your skin in order for this to work. So I'll leave a little link to the online chart in the description box down below alongside my discount code. But if you are looking for long-term hair removal without the pain, without the faff of waxing or epilating, always being hair free because you do it after shaving, then you guys know how much I love this. Couldn't recommend it any more highly, and yes, my code will get you 20% off. So now that I'm zapped, you guys don't need to see the rest of the zapping. Once I've done that, I'm going to pop maybe just a gradual tan on my body because I've still got a little bit of colour, and yeah, then it's time to pack. And then once I've packed, I will treat myself to an hour of gardening. Hello again, my darlings, back up in the dressing room, and I'm just doing a very quick try out of some new bits and bobs, and I thought I would share my thoughts with you. So I'm just attempting to open this new eyebrow pencil from Revlon, and I'm hoping it's going to be a really good one because I just feel like I don't want to be spending loads of money on eyebrow pencils, and surely the affordable ones are just as good. That is my theory. I feel like my skin is just super glowy at the moment, and I think maybe this is TBC, but I'm having to like wash my hair every day at the moment. I think maybe it's the heat. Maybe that's a really obvious thing to say, but I didn't wash it today. Sorry, this is very boring. And now I'm regretting it. Wow, okay, fun, fun chat. Anyway, this is the pencil. It's in the shade la 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 blonde. That's good. A lot of unnecessary plastic on the packaging of this. I wonder why they decided to do that. I like that it's a scroll up, so a little bit like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, but a fraction of the price. This is a really nice light blonde colour. I'm also having a very spotty chin time at the moment, and I know exactly why. It's because when we were in Greece, I first of all ate a diet that consisted almost entirely of fried food, saganaki, fried cheese and everything else fried in between. And also the SPF that I was using was a proper SPF, as opposed to my lovely Eve Lom that I normally use, which is an SPF 50. I should have just taken that with me and used that. I'm using this little ambient bronze, diffused bronze light hourglass mini that's normally in my travel makeup bag, but I actually don't think it's giving me enough bronze. So let's go back to Charlotte Tilbury. I just always find myself reaching for cream bronzers these days. Looks very intense when you first apply it, but then when you blend it in, it just makes you look super tanned and glowy. So yeah, under skin spot orama on my chin, like all the way from here, can you see, up to there, which is a real pain. Not just my chin, but that's where they're the most noticeable. So I got straight back on my active ingredients now that we're back home. I don't take my Skin and Me abroad with me. I feel like it would just be too much. But I've had 2 nights of it now, so hopefully my skin will start to calm back down again. with the fake tan that I've put on as well. Hopefully that will just make it all a little bit more subtle. This is the Laura Mercier blush that I wore on my wedding day, and I haven't worn this in a while, so I'm going to pop some of this on today. I must admit, I'm having quite an anxious day today. I think it's because I've got the deadline of knowing that I'm going away tomorrow. I need to pack for that. I've got a million other things on my to-do list, as well as like catching up on work following our trip to Greece. I'm in two minds as to whether to film a video for Thursday. If you guys are seeing this on Sunday, you'll already know obviously if I did that or not, but the only video that I feel like I could film for Thursday would be a full-on autumn fashion video, because I've got some really gorgeous new bits in my wardrobe, but they are very autumnal, and it's such a glorious day today. It's just not really putting me in the right mindset for that kind of video. And the longer I debate whether I need to do that or not, the more time is ticking on, and I'm just not going to have time to do it. So yeah, all of these things making me feel a little bit stressed, which is very, very silly, and I shouldn't be feeling stressed. I just need to crack on with things. And then I'm worrying about this vlog as well. Have I got enough content for this vlog? Because this one and the last one that you'll have seen will be just one-day vlogs because of my YouTube schedule and our lovely trip tomorrow. So no major problems, just getting stressed out over planning my time. This looks like a lot of blusher, but I always find when I use my powder, this is the Rhodial Glass powder, it kind of softens everything, and this will ensure my makeup does not budge all day long. My usual brow gel is packed in my suitcase. I didn't actually unpack my makeup bag after Greece, I just rejigged the suitcase a little bit, so my usual brow gel is in there. So I've gone back to using the Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax just these couple of days, and it really is wonderful. It's very easy to use because of the spoolie. I have even got a blemish within my eyebrows. That's ridiculous. Yeah, and it's just got the perfect kind of waxy hold to it, which is great for brows that do not budge all day. I'm going to use, is this Grace? Yes, I love the Bare Minerals Grace lipstick, which lip liner. Bare Minerals Gen Nude Freestyle Lip Liner and Grace lipstick. And I'm going to stick to this pinky theme with this NARS palette. This is NARS Orgasm Rising eyeshadow palette. It's got some really lovely neutrals in here. I don't know how well you can see that, but this is the shade 7th Heaven, and it's just the perfect kind of wash over full eyelid colour. And then actually I want something even more pink. Too Faced Born This Way palette. Yes, Golden Hour. I love this one. I feel like we need to bring back those places where you used to be able to build your own eyeshadow palette, because I would say I use 30% of the colours in all of my... is that too little? No, I would say I use like 30% to a quarter of the colours in each palette. So for example, in this one in Tom Ford, I rarely use those sparkly ones. I just use these two. In the NARS palette, there's quite a lot of deeper tones in there that I don't use. I mean, if I was more creative, I could use these as almost like liner effects, but I don't. So alas, never mind. Anyway, okay. One other new thing I wanted to try. This is called the Modern Mascara from Vive Makeup. Now, I think next week I'm going to have to start curling my lashes again, but they're still nicely curled from my LVL. Really beautiful packaging. It almost looks a little bit hourglass-esque, very luxurious, and a very thick, bristly mascara brush. Beautiful packaging. Wow, I don't know what you can see from that little screen, but first impressions, that has really coated my lashes beautifully. Wow, I actually don't think my lashes have looked this good in a long time. It's been a while since mascara made me say wow, but that looks really nice. I am very happy with that. Okay, I think what I need to do is just give myself a little bit of a shake up and just get going with things and stop sitting around getting stressed about how much I need to do and just start doing the things because it's very, very silly. So I think what I'm going to do is kill two birds with one stone, and I am just going to miss Thursday's video, and instead I'm going to quickly and in a more relaxed format show you a few of the things that I'm excited about that have arrived lately for my autumn wardrobe within this vlog. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Instead of trying to do two videos. I have been away for a week, so I'm sure you won't mind that either there'll be one missing after this, or we will have just missed one. I'm sure you guys don't mind. So yes, I'm gonna pop on, shock horror, a pair of jeans, because I've ordered a pair from Abercrombie, very much influenced by influencers that I follow on Instagram, because so many of them kept saying that Abercrombie denim is the best, and I want to try it out for myself. And then I've got some really gorgeous, more like knitted pieces. This is what I'm going to call the most normal haul of all time, because it's the things that are not like fashion things, but it's the things that I feel like I'm going to wear a lot in winter. So just nice practical knitwear, zip up fleecy type of things, but slightly elevated. So yes, less chit chat about said pieces and more trying on. Sorry, me again. Just one more little thing that I wanted to try out. This was a PR gift that arrived while we were away, and it's very interesting. English Pear and Sweet Pea fragrance from Jo Malone. It's a really beautiful, like faceted, is that the expression? Faceted bottle. I'm a huge, oh, wow, that's very pearish. Never thought that a pear fragrance would be one that I would reach for, but that is very fresh. Not getting much sweet pea. I mean, my sweet peas smelt so good this year. If I could bottle that. Oh, my Dyson fan kicking into action because it's detected something in the air. Oh, it doesn't like that. Whoa, high chemical. My goodness. Yeah, if only I could bottle my sweet peas. But this is very interesting. English Pear and Freesia scented body powder, and you've got this huge mirror in the lid, and then a body powder. What a lovely idea. So I guess it's like a delicately shimmering, is it giving me a oh wow, can you see that on camera? It's almost like a shimmery airbrush effect. That is pretty. I shouldn't think this is gonna give that much fragrance, but their body lotions really do, so maybe it does. I'm going to take this with me on our trip because we've got a glamorous event to attend, and it'd be nice to have a little kind of airbrush scented shimmer. Okay, my darlings, if you watched the end of the last vlog where I did some little try on clips for some mango pieces, then you quite possibly have major deja vu right now, because I have literally just filmed those clips, so deja vu. But this is a different knit sleeveless top to the ones that I tried on from Mango in the last vlog. This is from Abercrombie & Fitch, as are the jeans. The jeans I am very much liking, but take a bit of getting used to. When I first tried them on, I was like, no, they're not for me. But now I've tried on a few different tops with them. They're really starting to grow on me. So I've got a little Holland Cooper belt on. And then this knit, elephant in the room, obviously it is quite sheer. You can see the outline of my bra, but I've got on like a crop top bra, so it doesn't bother me too much. But this is, as far as knits go, it's very lightweight. It feels very, very stretchy. I'm wondering actually if I might even wear this, not the jeans obviously, the top to fly in tomorrow. I quite like to be sleeveless on flights. I think it's a 6 or 7 hour flight. I'm planning on sleeping as much as possible. And then I'll probably wear these when I get off the plane, and then just take some leggings or something even comfier than leggings. Oh, do you know what? Yes, my wide leg Lily Silks. These will be perfect for snoozing on the plane. And then I do have trainers on. I feel like a new woman in my trainers. I think I'm going to wear the barefoot shoes like to and from the gym, and then when I want to look cool I'll wear these big chunky ones. But the denim is a really nice wash. It's a very dark wash. It's very traditional with a kind of orange coloured stitching. I wonder why they started doing orange coloured stitching with denim. I just wonder if they're a little bit big around here. I probably could have gone down a size, but maybe for the sake of comfort I shouldn't. But yeah, an interesting first outfit. Let me show you some more new bits. Okay, so we're sticking with Abercrombie for a minute. They've got some really good transitional pieces in at the moment. Sorry about that strip of light. I never actually know where that's coming from. Is it from here? Is that better? No, I don't know. Anyway, maybe that is better. Anyway, yeah, they've got some really good knitwear in at the moment. Why can I not talk today? Abercrombie have got some very nice knitwear in at the moment, and I chose this because it's a very easy to fling on kind of piece. As I mentioned, this is just like a normal outfit kind of haul or try on session. So I've kept it on with the jeans, but I know realistically most of the time I will wear this with leggings just to be comfy and cozy around the house. Their knitwear is very good for like all day wear. It doesn't get pockety around the elbows. It's very good at being washed, which is very important, and yet a little bit elevated. So, oh my gosh, that sun is just crazy. It's like half and half. There we go. Yeah, I really like the V-neck neckline. You've got this quite big collar and then a slightly different pattern in the knit here. The only thing that's a little bit peculiar about this jumper is the sleeve length. The sleeves are very long. I feel like one of those inflatable bananas, you know, that you find at petrol stations. But yeah, very comfortable, quite a sporty vibe. It's not a super long knit. Sometimes I do like them to be a little bit longer just to cover my hips. I don't know why I find that more flattering, but I probably would be tempted to just tuck this in. A very easy to wear biscuity colour. So yeah, very versatile, very comfortable, and I feel like it's a good price considering I think Abercrombie and Other Stories are two that I regularly go to for knitwear, because I feel like the price versus the wearability is always a really good level. Again, a super duper basic piece, but I got the white version of this in the sale a few weeks ago. Abercrombie have always got really weird stock levels, like things come in and out of stock, they go in the sale, they come out of sale, so it's just worth keeping an eye on the website. But I have been wearing the white version of this so much. Again, it's just so easy to wash, and I thought if I have a darker version, it's going to be great for layering, so it's quite a boxy fit. It's going to be good for dog walks, it's going to be good for running errands, and just an easy to throw on piece. At the end of the day, when you want to be comfy and cozy, this is the kind of thing that I'll throw on. It is a mock turtleneck, so it goes up high, but it's not like a foldy downy. Still quite long sleeves. It doesn't look like an exciting or flattering piece, but I just know deep down that it's a very versatile one. I think that brown is a lot more forgiving than white if you are wearing it for just chilling around the house. I do quite like these big ribbed sleeves. There's something quite cool about them. A little bit edgy. Are they cool? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, not fun, but practical, and I know I will wear it a lot. Okay, my darlings, here is another piece that I have been like ridiculously excited about, and I think it's because I just know how versatile this is going to be. It's going to be one of those pieces, like I said, end of the day, stick it on, be comfy and still chic at the same time. This is from the lovely Beaufort and Blake. They are the creators of my favourite jumper of all time, which is my sheep jumper, which I can't wait to start wearing this again. I really would like them to do a sausage dog version of this. That would be amazing. We didn't have a summer so much so that I didn't even bother swapping out my knitwear in my little kind of corner cupboard area. Anyway, this is a zip-up fleecy knit from Beaufort and Blake. Maybe I've just got short arms, or are long sleeves a trend this year? Don't know, but I will always just roll them up at the elbows. What some people do is put like a little elastic there and then fold it over, and then the sleeves don't come down. Personally, I don't bother, I just hoik them up manually. And then the only real design detail is, as you can see, the little stripes. You've got a zip up, which you can have up or down. If you're going on a dog walk, you might want to get all snuggly and cozy and do it all the way up. Yeah, this is just a really nice winter piece, autumn winter piece. Pop your thermals on underneath if you are heading out for a dog walk, and yes, if you live in the countryside, or if you do like to wear a lot of knitwear when you're lounging, then I feel like this is somewhat of a wardrobe essential. And even though it's been warm this week, I know that before too long the temperatures are going to drop, and I'm going to be looking for cozy bits like this because it's my uniform during the autumn winter months. So there we go. I will show you just a couple more little vest tops that I got from Beaufort & Blake, because I'm just loving vest style tops at the moment. And then it's time to go and make some lunch. So this is the first Beaufort & Blake vest style top, essentially a sleeveless knit, and I have to say I love the colour of this one. It's almost like an emerald, kind of greeny, emeraldy olive kind of colour, a very high armhole, which I think is quite flattering, makes it a little bit more of a smarter style. I reckon you could wear this with a really nice high-waisted skirt and it would really elevate this top, or dress down with jeans as I have done right now. Let's get the necklaces out so it's a little bit cute. Yeah, really, really nice transitional piece, and nice to have something in a different colorway as well. Tiny bit itchy, I think, because again it does have natural fabric in it, but where it's not up on the neck, that is my most sensitive area, so I can definitely deal with it. And if the itchiness, it's not itchy, it's just like on the scale, you know, it's not completely unitchy, then you could definitely just wear a little vest underneath this, which would provide extra warmth. And yeah, I love it. I think it's a really kind of like casual but cute kind of look. Okay, I took the jeans off just to initially plan out a potential aeroplane outfit, and I actually think this is a really nice long haul flight outfit. I feel like 7 hours is not quite long haul, but it's long enough to get comfy and have a little nap. So this, for me, is a perfect flight outfit. I always take my shoes off as soon as I get on the airplane and pop on fluffy socks. So that is what I will do with this, and maybe I will try on the Saint Laurent trainers with this as well, just obviously getting myself to and from the airport. But this is another sleeveless top. Am I just tuned into them this year, or is it actually a trend? I'm not sure, but I have been doing a few more arm-based workouts lately, so I feel like that was the dorkiest way I could have possibly shown you my arm tone. I'm not even gonna bother. But yeah, I feel like I want to have my arms out a little bit more. If you still have a little bit of a tan from a heat wave or any holidays, then it's nice to have arms out. I quite like the contrast between the dark brown and the cream of the cashmere trousers. These are Lily Silk. Yeah, very comfy, perfect for flying. Let's see how it looks with the trainers. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what shoes people wear with comfy outfits, but I think trainers probably are the right option. Let me show you. Gosh, it's at 2 o'clock already. Haven't done up the laces and can't see the screen because the sun is glaring on it. Yeah, okay, I'm quite happy with this for my flight outfit for tomorrow. Maybe I will wear just like a tiny little vest top underneath this in case it gets really warm on the flight. And yeah, okay, that's one thing off my to-do list for today. I don't know why I felt the need to try on another option for a flight outfit, but I have officially changed my mind. I realised I had these really lovely cashmere trousers from Reese, and arguably they're a little bit smarter. It is a work trip and I'm meeting the team at the airport, so I do want to look maybe a bit smarter than the outfit that I was wearing before. So second plan, this is what I'm going to wear to fly tomorrow. So I've got the cashmere trousers. This is a very practical top from And Other Stories. I'm pretty sure I wore this to fly to the Maldives in January. And then the mango cardigan that I got in the video, the last video that you'll have seen. I'm going to pop all of my traveling essentials in my book tote because it really is the best bag for traveling. It's so big. This will be this tote's first proper outing. I love the pink against the neutrals of this outfit, and cardigans are great because you can very easily slip them on and off because airplane temperature changes are pretty wild, and it can act as a little blanket as well. So there we go. Airplane outfit option at number 2, and I always just tie my hair up in a bun to fly, get super cozy. I've already popped in here my cashmere socks and my little eye mask. Now this is a new one that I have actually from Slip, and I feel like they are just fabulous for flying because this one is kind of padded, can you see? And so it leaves room for your lashes, which is wonderful. I won't be wearing any makeup in the morning, but I will be wearing SPF because I heard somewhere that we get the most UVA and UVB exposure when we're on airplanes, so very important to have your SPF on. I'll take it all over my chest, upper arms, etc. For the flight tomorrow. So there we go. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm done faffing about now. Okay, my darlings, we are here in the kitchen with an array of items in front of me, which means I'm gonna do another little baking experiment. I should have more faith in my baking abilities, but I would say we have about a 60% success rate. First of all though, so what I'm gonna do is make some healthy cookies. That is the plan, like a nutty, oaty, healthy cookie. But the main kind of fat and stodge, if you will, that holds these together is actually apple sauce, which is a little bit random, but you just kind of need that yumminess of the apple sauce. Luckily, it is very easy to make apple sauce, especially if you've got a Thermomix. I'm just going to chop these up, add some lemon juice, sugar and water into the Thermomix. 90 degrees for about 8 minutes. If you're doing it on a hob, just obviously keep stirring for about 10 minutes and voila, you have apple sauce. And then when I've got that, I'm just gonna do oats, loads of different nuts. I've got some goji berries, pistachios. Gonna put in a little bit of maca powder, a good dollop of cinnamon to make them just lovely and warming and yummy, and some honey, which will also bind them together. Every time I do these, they turn out a little bit different. Ooh, and another key ingredient is a banana. In an ideal world, it would be more ripe, but this is all I've got, so I'm just leaving it on the windowsill. I don't know if bananas being in the sun ripens them. I guess it should do. So yeah, just gonna leave this on the sunny windowsill until I need it. But first of all, applesauce. Okay, my darlings, the applesauce is cooking away in the Thermomix, and in here I'm going to start mixing together the dry ingredients for the cookies. So I'm going to start with a good amount of oats, just going to do this by eye. Probably about a cup and a half of oats there. I'm going to do 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 2 lovely heaped teaspoons of cinnamon because I absolutely love the flavour. Oh, this one smells even better than the last lot that we had. So that's what I would call the essentials. I think because I'm going to add an egg into this one as well as the banana, I'm just going to do a little bit of flour. You can use a whole wheat flour or you can use a coconut flour. That's basically, I would say, 2 tablespoons of flour. Now I'm going to do the rest in handfuls. So this is a small handful of dried cranberries, whatever's left in this bag from Whole Foods online of goji berries, pecan halves, a very small handful of pistachios, handful of almonds. These are literally superfood cookies. Small handful of hazelnuts. Tim Spector would be very proud of the variety we're getting in here. Now you could add chia seeds, but I've got just a very small amount of poppy seeds left over. So I'm gonna add all of these in, can't hurt. And I don't like having these half-opened bags in the cupboard, so this is a great way of using them up. Just had an idea, I'm gonna grab some dates. I've got 4 dates left. They're going to go in with the wet ingredients. Let's finish with some of my random seed mix and a few pumpkin seeds for for good measure. Okay, this is looking amazing. Such a variety of yummy and good for you bits in there. So I'm just mixing these up loosely. Now, in the Thermomix, we have got our apple sauce. Don't know if you can really see what's going on there, but that's gonna act as the base for the recipe. You can, of course, just use shop-bought applesauce if you so desire. So this is gonna be the wet ingredient zone. I'm not gonna add the egg straight away because I fear that it might actually cook it. So let's start with honey, and I'm gonna do a couple of tablespoons of honey in there. I'm going to use my dates to scrape the honey off the spoon, dropping the dates in there as well. And then choose your favorite nut butter. You can use peanut or cashew, and a couple of large dollops of that in there as well. And a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm actually going to leave out the egg. It's not essential, and I'm just worried that it would actually cook because my applesauce mixture is still quite warm. So I'm going to blend that all together, and then we'll combine it with the dry ingredients. So obviously I could pour the now blended wet ingredients into here, but that means more washing up. So I'm going to add this into the Thermomix and let the Thermomix mix these all together. Just got a gut instinct to add some maple syrup into this as well, so I'm going to add in probably about a shot glass worth of maple syrup. Yummy! I've just realised I forgot the banana. Well, this is how it's currently looking, which is pretty good, but I'm just going to chop the banana quite small and add this in. Very annoying. I should have added it during the wet ingredient stage, but it was sunbathing. Okay, chopped banana going in. You can also taste your mixture at this point and see if it needs anything else. I actually just added a little bit more cinnamon and a bit more salt into here. Right, can you see this, or is that just a giant silhouette? Looks like this, all blended together. Give it another taste test. So much better with the banana and the extra cinnamon. I probably should have done these a little bit closer together. I'm gonna have to do 2 batches, but they go into the oven only for about 10 minutes. I've just done loose dollop kind of shapes. You could add chocolate chips, but I did want these to be ultra healthy. Not gonna lie, if I had dark chocolate chips in the cupboard, I would have used them. I'm gonna order more on Amazon now. So I'm gonna pop these in for, I'm gonna set Alexa for 8 minutes, and then I'm going to do the second batch once these are finished. Oh, and the oven is about 180 degrees. So I'm just sat here doing emails while the timer does its thing and the last set of cookies are in the oven. And I thought this was quite interesting given the Kenzie device that I shared with you this morning. I just received a press release for a facial called the Ultraformer facial, and this facial is from £300, which means, Alexa timer off, which means that the £300 version would be the cheapest version. And it is literally, obviously you're going to be in a nice comfy bed, someone massaging you. However, it is literally talking about the benefits of a microcurrent treatment for rapid long-term tightening and contouring of the skin. A revolutionary skin lifting and tightening treatment using gentle, safe, time-tested energy of microcurrent technology. Works by reducing the fatty deposits in the jowl and the jawline, which pulls the face down. Okay, that's interesting. It says microcurrent technology is unique in its ability to target the key structures deep below the skin's surface, encouraging natural collagen production and strengthening natural collagen fibers, which just words it a lot better than I was trying to say earlier. But yeah, that just kind of goes to my point of better to do these things regularly and in the comfort of your own home and save yourself £300 every fortnight for a facial. And you can do it 5 days a week. Anyway, forgot the Alexa went off. Let's get the cookies out. Ooh. Yes. Well, I thought I would just come and do a little walk around the garden with the doggies because this little slug has actually not moved all day. Every time I come downstairs, he's sprawled out on the sofa, and then I realised I completely forgot about my little foraged haul of twigs and blooms from At Daylesford. So I need to put together this lovely floral display that we'll keep in the entrance hall, and hopefully it'll just dry out really beautifully. I purposely chose different blooms that should dry out. I've also asked them if they can source a string of hops for me. I'll pop on the screen here this lovely display that they had in the boutique, and I'd love to recreate that in the dining room. But anyway, for now, I'm going to get my secateurs and do a nice display. Side note, I have been wearing my dupe watch while I've been working from home lately, and I just think it's so pretty and elegant. I got it fitted so that it fits absolutely perfectly, and it really does look so similar to my Cartier. Highly recommend. I think this colour was sold out last time I shared it with you, but it's now back in stock, so I'll leave it linked down below. Well, I took a different turn of direction. It was getting rather windy outside, so I brought everything in here and then decided to actually ditch my foraged leaves and just put in the bits that I know are going to dry really nicely. I think I need to bring the center of its gravity down. The hydrangeas, I need more of them, so I'll get those from Daylesford when I probably go on Friday. I might chop these just down a little bit because your eye is drawn to the hydrangeas and then you don't see all of the other lovely bits in here. But as I've said a million times, I think everything within this will dry really, really nicely, so this should be a nice long-lasting display. A little bit more autumnal. I do love the twisted witch hazel and the poppy seed heads, which should go brown. Can't remember the name of this, but nice and effective to get a slightly more kind of wispy and airy finish to it. And these are really sweet as well. I can always forage and add more bits to this as I find things that should work. But yes, I'm just gonna drop the hydrangeas a bit and tweak it a little bit more, but yeah, hopefully this should last a good while. And then I just popped the leaves in our little fat urn in the fireplace to add a touch of greenery to the corner. Charlie has been checking out. Oh, they're being ferocious.
That was silly.
Oh, they're playing. Charlie has been checking out what Nicholson's been working on in our little secret back corner. It's not very exciting, it's just our bin area and a new laurel hedge. Dexy's treating the boards like a red carpet.
Come on, Dickie. It's 'cause
Oh,
he's a bit ferocious and he's been put off
Dexy, don't be mean to your little brother.
That's a face of I'm not playing
Oh,
anymore.
I'm not going to look at
That
you.
was too rough, brother.
I'm not going to look at you.
Right, Dickie.
That's pretty, just growing
Too
here.
rough, was it? Was it rough?
Dexy, please. Please. I'd like to play with my brother.
Be gentle with him.
I just said to Charlie that this is one of my favourite views of the house, framed by the old yew tree. Herbaceous border is looking fabulous from this angle.
Hello. Hello, mate. If you just look to your left, there's a menu.
The perfect spacing of greens and purples. Beautiful geraniums doing their best. The verbena coming through, and the anemones providing so much height. These giant purple ones, the asters, have done particularly well this year. Oh, it's gorgeous. I think we're going to have to eat dinner outside. We've got one of our favourite little Daylesford cheat meals. The chicken and apricot curries, they are so delicious. Look at this. Look at this. I've just finished watering the greenhouse. Oridron down here as well. My bunnies. And there are lots of fruiting items in here since I went away. So I've been picking lots of the tomatoes, but we've also got some little chili peppers, as well as my regular chili plant over here. Finally, they've ripened. They were just sat there green for so long, where we didn't have sun for ages before our Greece trip. August was pretty... Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. Pretty dull this year, so nothing really ripened, but finally... We've got bright red chilies, a few tomatoes on this plant ready to pick as well. These are the sun gold tomatoes, and I just really like the size of them. They're really fabulous, baked with some garlic in the oven for a delicious pasta sauce. I've never tried putting chilies in a pasta sauce, but I do like hot flavors, so maybe I'll give that a go. If you've got any nice recipes with chilies, please leave them down below. And then these are the larger tomatoes. I think these are called Saint Pierre, so they haven't ripened yet. I don't know if they will actually. Don't know if there's time now. We need another heat wave. I spotted a couple of little peppers over here as well, and I've got a really fabulous, I think it's a habanero pepper over here. This fabulous sweet pepper. Next year I need to put them in much bigger pots, and then I think we would have had a lot more. And then on the big tomato plants, I'm just removing lots of these unnecessary extra branches so that more of the energy can go into actually producing beautiful tomatoes. After you've done a trug full of tomato pruning, your hands just smell amazing. There is no better smell than a freshly picked tomato vine. Got loads more laurel down here for our bin area project. I've not really updated you on it because it's not the most exciting. But yeah, lots of new laurel hedging going in, which is just laid down here at the moment. Charlie's been picking lots of our apricot coloured raspberries. So lovely. I didn't know before we got this plant that raspberries could even come this colour. I presume they were just not ripe, but this is the colour that they are when they are ripe. And we've got so many. Luckily Dickens hasn't been able to reach these. And I should think I've got some courgettes ready for picking as well. I think you can wait till I get back from New York actually. Yeah. They'll survive a few more days on the bush. It's the end of the day. It's about 8:30 now. It is getting dark outside. This camera always makes it seem lighter than it actually is, but as you might be able to tell from the fleece, it got a little bit chilly after we had our dinner outside. We went for our evening garden walk, and now I'm gonna have a shower, but I'm going to use... Oh, perfect, yes. Oh no, that's not what I was looking for. Where is it? Oh, Perfect, right. This is the Eve Lom Rescue Mask, and it is the best for those little annoying underskin spots. I mentioned that I've got a few on my chin at the moment, which is very annoying, and it's nice and purifying because it is a clay mask, but it's also got very calming ingredients in it as well. So it's not stripping, it's actually quite hydrating. So I'm gonna have a nice cleanse, pop my face mask on while I do those final scurry about picking up all the last bits before I travel. I've got a taxi coming at 5:30 in the morning. Before I forget, little reminder, we do have a discount code for Eve Lom, which you can use, trying to focus, on the face mask. I believe it's Josie20, so make the most of that. And of course, the SPF that I wear. So typical, my camera battery runs out. Do you know what, this is actually quite good quality. Literally as I'm about to say good night. Maybe you can see my spots a little bit more on the iPhone. It's a little bit too graphic, but moral of the story, discount code for Eve Lom. Gonna end the vlog here, my darlings. I hope you have enjoyed it. And the cookies turned out really, really nice. So I'm gonna take a few of those with me on the flight tomorrow. So yeah, thank you for watching today's vlog, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.